Well, hello there. Welcome back to the channel. My name is James, and here at 20th and 21st Movies, we are about all things cinema. Well, I am excited today to share with you my thoughts on this recent 4K Ultra HD release on slipcover. It came out earlier in 2021 in a Steelbook edition. Now it's out on slipcover edition that came out last week, and it is Almost Famous. This is the film written and directed by Cameron Crowe, and it came out in 2000, and this is a really nice film. It's essentially a rock and roll traveling band film, and it's a story that stars Kate Hudson as Penny Lane. You've got Patrick Fugit in here, who plays a young man named William Miller, who is following this band called Stillwater. So this is a band called Stillwater that's headlined by actor Billy Crudup, who plays in this film the character of Russell Hammond in this band. So he's the front man for this band, Stillwater. And this young man here, played by Patrick Fugit, William Miller, is a teenager. He is working for Rolling Stone as a writer. So he's getting into writing about rock music. He has a fascination with rock music, and he gets the opportunity to follow this band Stillwater while they're on tour, on their concert tour. And so he sees a lot of the behind the scenes life of a traveling rock band, which, as you can imagine, includes parties, includes groupies, the whole 9 yards. This character, William Miller, sees and experiences all of that, along with Kate Hudson's character, Penny Lane, who is part of that traveling entourage. And this is a very fascinating film that is very well written by Cameron Crowe. And I really enjoyed this film as an experience, seeing this rock and roll band. The music really sounds great. And this is overall a very, very nice film. You know, this is a film that I've never seen before. This is a first time watch for me. And I'm really happy that I finally got an opportunity to see this film on 4K Ultra HD from 2000 from director Cameron Crowe. Now, you may know that Cameron Crowe has done a lot of wonderful works through the years, including he did the story behind Fast Times at Ridgemont High that Amy Heckerling directed. This is a great addition from the Criterion Collection, Spy number 1075. Have a review of this on my channel if you haven't checked this out. But Cameron Crowe wrote Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Great story, great director, and just a classic from 1982, I believe. Yeah, from Cameron Crowe, based in part on his experiences going into a high school. You see that in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And he's also was heavily involved in this project, Jerry Maguire. So he produced this, and I believe he wrote this as well. It's a film by Cameron Crowe, so he's very much involved. He was involved in the production of this film, which I absolutely love. Jerry Maguire starring Tom Cruise. This is the DVD edition. I have not upgraded this to Blu-ray yet, and not sure when I will, to be honest with you. I'm pretty happy with this DVD edition. This is a film that I don't revisit too often. I need to do a revisit of this film, but it's a film that for now, I'm pretty satisfied with the DVD edition. But this is Jerry Maguire starring Tom Cruise and Cuba Gooding Jr. in his Oscar-winning performance. But today I'm talking about Almost Famous. And so yeah, Cameron Crowe has a great track record of writing some really fascinating scripts for films, and Almost Famous is no exception. This is a very, very nice film. I would say that overall, this is a film that I enjoyed watching. I'm not sure how much I would actually revisit it. You know, I definitely see myself revisiting it at some point, but it's a movie that, while I did enjoy it, it didn't really stick with me really much beyond that. So it's a film that I respect and I think pretty highly of, but from a rewatchability standpoint, for me, this film really isn't up there. So I enjoyed it for what it was, and I think it's a pretty good film written and directed by Cameron Crowe. I think the characters are all really good in this. Of course, you also have the wonderful Frances McDormand in this film. She plays the mother of William Miller and his sister. She plays Elaine Miller. I love her role in this film. And you also have Zooey Deschanel, who plays Anita Miller. She is William's sister in this film. She's his older sister, so she goes off to be a stewardess. She's tired of being up under the thumb of her mother, played by Frances McDormand, thinks that, you know, she's being too restrictive in the house, so she has to get out of there and do her own thing. And so she's the older sister. She goes off to be a stewardess. And William goes off to travel with this band Stillwater to cover them for this upcoming Rolling Stone article where they will be on the cover. So really interesting film. I definitely recommend it. It just, for me, isn't a film that I see myself rewatching very often. As far as the 4K Ultra HD picture, this disc looks really, really good. So this disc includes Dolby Vision, I believe, as part of the specs. So it is Dolby Vision. But I will tell you that this picture overall looks very clean. It's very well resolved. You've got just a beautiful image overall. This is a period piece, so it takes place in the 1970s. This 2000 film does, so it's a period piece. So you see the brown and yellow color direction of this film. It's a very like brown 70-ish looking film from a color standpoint. So the colors are fairly muted. So I say that to say that although this does have Dolby Vision, the color palette of this film isn't the type of color palette that can take full advantage of what Dolby Vision has to offer. So you're not getting a lot of bright and popping colors with this presentation. You get a very nicely detailed, clean image that looks great in high definition, in ultra high definition on this 4K disc. So the picture looks great, but the colors are a bit muted, just given the type of period film that this is. This is a 70s film, has that 70s look, so definitely keep that in mind. But overall, very, very solid 4K Ultra HD picture. As far as the sound, you get a 5.1 HD master audio sound on here, and this sounds absolutely fantastic. It is, I believe, 5.1. I'll correct that if that's not correct, but it's a 5.1 DTS HD master audio, and it sounds great. The music comes across really, really well on this 4K Ultra HD disc. I really enjoyed it. This is a concert film, so you do get several scenes where they're playing their songs as part of their concert tour, and that's really one of the more enjoyable elements of this film is some of the concert scenes and the music that you get. And then overall, beyond the music, the sound in general just comes across really nicely on this 4K Ultra HD disc. So very nice audio mix. So from an overall presentation standpoint, the video and the audio for this 4K Ultra HD of Almost Famous from Cameron Crowe, very solid disc all the way around. It looks good and it sounds really good. So I would say if you're a fan of this movie, this 4K Ultra HD disc is an absolute no-brainer. I think you will enjoy this presentation of this film. So definitely don't hesitate to buy it. I think it's selling for a pretty good price right now. I think I got this for like $18.99, so pretty good price for this 4K Ultra HD. Keep in mind that this includes the theatrical cut as well as the bootleg cut. Now, I watched the theatrical cut of this film. I have not yet seen the bootleg cut. I do look forward to watching that. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen both, and if so, which cut do you prefer between the theatrical cut and the bootleg cut? Let me know that in the comments below, and also let me know what you think about this film, Almost Famous. Like I said, for me, on my first viewing, this is a film that I enjoyed, I respected it, and I enjoyed certain aspects of it, but it's not a film that immediately grabs me as one that I want to rewatch very often. But let me know what you think about this film in the comments below. But there you have it. Those are my thoughts on this film, Almost Famous, on 4K Ultra HD. Let me know what you think about this film, and also let me know what Cameron Crowe film is your favorite of the films that he has written and or directed. What is your favorite film that involves the work of Cameron Crowe? Let me know that in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time at the movies. Peace.